Mouse Moto. We're gonna have a cool video today because we're gonna take it on back to Lime Creek again, just like the last video with Ryan and I coming out there. But this one is a little bit better because we have two other Rykers joining us, and it's the first time they're gonna be on my channel, which is pretty cool because they're cool guys. TP, which is his tripod, he runs around with the Ryker group, same as with Kevin. Also goes by Excelsior, which I'll probably be sharing some YouTube videos of his, and also kind of like wanting to reshoot some cool stuff with him and showing off his Ryker on my own channel. But both of them, they have pretty cool sweet Rykers. We're going to show that off, but as you can see in the video here, I'm concerned about those clouds because it is supposed to rain and there's actually like some type of hurricane thing happening, and we're just gonna see how it goes because we didn't actually I've never been in the rain, and I don't have a video in the rain. So by the end of it, it finally catches up to me. Kind of catches up to all of us, but definitely me toward the end. You can see there's already a drop there on the screen, but it kind of does that in the first half of our ride. But we're just gonna meet up. We're gonna meet up with Brian. You've seen him before. He's gonna be on his Honda Shadow, coming up here just on the corner of Lime Creek before we start our run. Meet up here for a little bit before we head out. Wait, we're supposed to wear stuff for the rain? Classic Brian.
I was here first.
Classic Brian. Meeting up with the other Rykers, and then we get a little bit to check them out. See what they got going on. They got mad mods, man. Kev showed me a lot. TP showed me a lot. Kev ends up helping me out later in the video on some things I got going on. But I mean, man, I actually have these on their way. If you're a Ryker guy, then you probably already have this upgrade because it's major. Anything suspension is great because that's pretty much the whole front end of this thing is. You can see he's got the sway bar, the link-ins. I actually have link-ins on mine, but not the whole sway bar upgrade. But the level or stage 3 on the front, you can see stage 4 there on the back. He's got the upgrade with the little aluminum bracket, I guess you can call that. I think it comes with the plastic one, but he did the upgrade on that. I don't know if the plastic one's kind of weak or it's known to do anything, has some type of known issue, but I can tell you that aluminum one mounts a little bit different and it looks pretty clean, dude. And you just got mad lights. These little spots right here, it doesn't seem much, but at night it lights up nuts and it switches different colors. He's got a little remote to it. Most Ryker guys, that's like one of the first mods, so I'm probably not telling you nothing new, but this is new. This is like straight up engineered by Kevin, and it's like, look how bright that is. I know the camera doesn't show a whole lot and it's already doing trippy stuff to those LEDs at the bottom, but you got Brian there trying out the Rykers. He's that looks more like him, yours, trying to adapt. The old man. But he looks good. Look at him.
Boom.
Yeah. Coming in hot on TP's Ryker. Look at him. I told you that one's all him.
He's just like, these things have reverse.
Yeah. And then we head out. I mean, the clouds are still there, as you can see, but it's a pretty cool break. I think while we were waiting, it sprinkled for a bit, and then we just waited right then and then jumped on. So we're just kind of in between clouds. So on the run, it's the same run we did with Ryan a week ago or a couple weeks ago. So it's still one lane, but wanted to make sure that this time I'm able to get two Rykers and film in front of me. And then I kind of got Brian in the back. I learned riding with two other Rykers and Brian that we kind of handle those turns a little bit differently because I don't know if we've been on a little bit more to know what's coming around. Plus the way these kind of handle the Rykers compared to the bikes are pretty cool. So we kind of ghosted Brian for a little bit, so I have to apologize because I'm really trying to get Kevin TP on this helmet cam shot because I'm just so stoked because this is it, you know. Ryan, you know, he had to buy a Ryker for me to ride with another Ryker, and I get these other 2 cats to ride with, so I'm definitely taking advantage of it. Getting some cool helmet cam shots of, you know, the hills and everything out there, which makes, you know, you see that lady right there on the left? That tripped me out. I was talking to Brian about it. You can kind of hear me mumbling on the Senna to him, but I was like, I don't know if she like lives around the corner. She's just like, I'm gonna stand out here and check out the bikes today, or if that's something that she does. But it scared me. It was like, you know, like those ghost movies and stuff where there's like a ghost on the side of the road. I actually had to ask Brian. I was like, tell me you saw there was a lady there on the left of that corner. It was like, what, at Ghost Corner? No, I'm just joking. It was pretty cool. And this is the first time I've shot a video talking on the Senna because Ryan doesn't have one yet. He has a half helmet, and he's just trying to, you know, get his stuff together. So you pick up so much. I had to turn the volume down in the video so much because you just hear me laughing at most of the jokes Brian tells me. And that's pretty much all we do on the Sennas when we're riding around. But cool turns, and it's cool seeing the guys in front of me do them. But there's also another thing that I get to add, kind of a follow-up to the last video of riding down Lime Creek, is I mentioned the little blue painted dip where somebody painted on like a pothole, so you'd be aware of it when you come around the corner because it was kind of a blind corner. They actually covered it up, put asphalt on it or something. It kind of happens pretty quick, but I still avoid it because I'm like, this has got to be where it is. Plus, you can still see the blue paint. But it was like way smooth. And I was talking to Brian. I was like, did you notice that? And he goes, yeah, it's covered up. And when I look at the footage now, as you'll see, there's a big dark patch over it that kind of confirms that. But so that's pretty sweet. So I was trying to give you a heads up and look out for that if you ever do this run, or if you're in Austin or just in the area, period, and want to check this little ride out. We also go a different way. We don't go to Oasis like Ryan and I did. We just swing back around and go back to Anderson. And here it comes right there. Look at that patched up. Dude, they're looking out for us, man. I mean, it's probably been like that for a long time too, so it's probably like a long time before they fixed it. But hey, it's fixed for us. We did one video, bust it. Maybe they saw the video. I don't know. So maybe I did that. Throw Mouse did that. You're welcome. The last video I was mentioning the mount. Now it's finally using it. So it was my first time using that first segment of the RAM mount that I have my camera mounted on that you see there. And then I used the old segment to be the extension with that little extension ball bar. So my camera is out there. So I'm getting some pretty cool shots from the Ryker toward me. But after watching this footage, I'm going to drop it down a little bit. I'm going to keep it to where the mic goes out further toward the front of the Ryker, but I'm not going to have it as high because, I mean, the shot looks kind of, I don't think it's going to affect the shot at me like you can see right there, but my helmet cam looks kind of whack because you got that arm all up in the point of view shot. And I know the biggest thing that a lot of guys want to see is they're kind of on the, you know, might be on the fence about getting a Ryker, so they really want the full experience of riding it, how it looks, and that camera in the way is kind of weird. So trying to get a shot of the water. I mean, it's a cool scenic route, so I'm trying to get a little bit in it as much as possible while I'm trying to do the main thing, and that's just film these guys, man. Throw Mouse is getting a cool little group going on in my area, so that's pretty cool. If we got some Ryker watchers out there, and you know, this is probably not new to them. I mean, I've seen some people on some of the groups I follow, and they just have like parades of other Rykers and Spiders, and I'm trying to get like you. So if you're watching this and this is boring you or whatever, dude, I'm trying to get like you, dude. So linking up with dudes and trying to, or whoever, and trying to, you know, get a thing going. So this is our Sunday, so we're trying to get them more like that. So and it's just all turns. Straight up goes to Valente, which is kind of like a beach thing, and Kev switches with me, which is pretty cool. So riding behind TP with him behind, get some shots with him. Got Brian still back there in the back. Got got the Miata. I know I don't mention it because it always happens quick and I'm always talking about something else, but I try to get the Miatas in a lot of shots. So we got some cats out there that are into that. I mean, I have one, and we'll probably do some more stuff with it, combined with the Ryker. Like I mentioned before in some of the other videos, I want to like slap some GoPro stuff on it.
What?
I can see your wheel hop.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not crazy, right?
No, you're not.
Okay.
I had a balance issue. And the whole left side was crazy.
See, and that's a part that I meant to have mentioned by now. So the last time we were out here, I was having an issue with my right tire, which is going nuts to me, or my right wheel. And it was only on left turns, and I mentioned it to Kevin. I said, man, I really want to do this run again because I was having this issue. I want to see if it was me or what was going on. He pretty much confirmed it for me just then.
Those socks.
So him saying that really helped me a lot because I was like, maybe I'm crazy or maybe I'm gripping it in a certain way. So I wanted to do that run, make sure it wasn't something I was doing. He confirmed it by watching behind me, which is actually probably why he, gave me the courtesy of jumping in front, which is pretty cool because I wasn't even thinking about that. So he was already on the lookout, which was pretty cool. So he was watching it, saw what it was doing on left turns, because I told him prior to that, and I was still going like 30. You can probably go back in the video and saw it. It's one of my concerns. But I already, even before this video, I set up an appointment at Right Now over by me, and that's actually coming up pretty soon. This has been a while, but it's coming up pretty soon. And I want to do a follow-up and mention it. Maybe other people had the thing. We actually go to Kevin's a little bit later after this run, and we make sure that the wheel is tight to spec. He has this pretty sweet new torque wrench he's been doing some of his mods with, and we tested it out and it was good. So he was like, do the appointment, see what's up. We actually get a little bit later, he rides it for me to let me know what he thinks. But him seeing it's pretty cool, lets me know I'm not crazy, because all this stuff's pretty new to me. So I don't know what it's supposed to do, what it's not supposed to do. But after that ride, that one time, Ryan told me his didn't do it, so I knew there was something going on. So look at me here. Look at this new mistake.
Almost got me.
In reverse. I knew it was gonna happen one day, but I didn't take off and flip off into the ditch or anything like that. But I still had it in reverse, so that's the thing to keep in mind whenever you're slapping in park. This is my first hydroplane, of course, trying to. Getting it in the rain. It's my first time in the actual rain. I mean, I've had it sprinkle and stuff, but this is like wet. This is wet streets. So it's actually a quarry just here to our right. So it's like the really grimy white lime stuff all over the street here that you can see. Kind of do some little camera work toward my feet there. My front face camera, as far as the camera I keep on the Ryker, the DJI, that's already dead. I had it in my pocket on, like when we were waiting for the rain. So another terrible mistake, but I at least was able to charge up the helmet cam some to get some of the actual rain, which is kind of what we were waiting for in this video that we were expecting. So, but it really wasn't bad. I've talked to people before and they were talking about riding in the rain, and I was like, man, that sounds like a drag. Like, no, it was a blast. And this really was too, especially with a group of people. A lot of stuff on the Ryker is a blast, but the sun was actually kind of out. So when the sun's out and it's kind of warm, it's actually pretty cool. And it was more wet than it was rainy, but the camera just wasn't having it. So I give it a wipe.
Y'all good? You guys are good?
Yeah. He lost his keys.
Oh.
Yeah, he TP dropped his keys. I think he had them in like one of his hard bags in the back, like hanging or something, and they fell off back there. So I had to wait and catch up.
Blinker staying on.
The what?
Blinker staying on.
It is now. What do you think it was?
Weirdness.
And this is an issue I wanted to bring up too and keep that in there, because the whole time going back to Kev's to do some adjustment on my Ryker that he was kind enough to help me with, which is a cool dude, his blinker. I was like following him, and I was like, dude, you're just making these sneaky secret turns without telling me he's not using his blinker. And then I would notice that it was blinking like one time, and so we let it sit and we do a ride right afterward, which we're doing right now, and it's back to normal. So we didn't know what was going on with that. I don't know if someone else has had that problem, can help us out, but it just kind of fixed it just by letting it sit in his driveway for a bit. Figured we'd do a run. You can see he just did the Titanic, no arm, no handlebars on the Ryker just now. But yeah, it corrected
Using my cruise
itself.
control.
Yeah, I saw that. I got it on the thing. And what were you calling it? A gasket or?
It's a condom.
Oh,
It's
you
a-
kind of.
It's a Caterpillar O-ring for a Caterpillar.
Oh, nice. And what are you doing with it?
It goes between these.
Oh, and it just kind of
makes
wedges
pressure.
it. Yeah.
And that's why I have this here, because it's a pain in the ass to get it off if you don't. So that just hides.
So that's so you can grab it.
When I was driving, I was just doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually it'll get on there. It's easier to do when you're not moving, but
Yeah.
you just put it on there. Now that it's on there, remember to, if you're slowing down, you got to remember to push it forward. But
So it was like trial and error with different sizes?
no, somebody else bought the same one.
Oh, shit.
It's like, it's easy. And then I just want to take it off. Done.
All right, I'm going to have to get you to send me the size of that thing so I can...
I bought it on Amazon.
I'll have to try it out.
You can get different colors too. I didn't even know that.
Oh, shit. Actually, I have a bell and I haven't put it on yet. Like a bike bell?
It's supposed to be low. Everybody puts them high.
What do you mean?
Lower to the ground lowest to the ground that you can on a gremlin bell.
No. A bell, like a ding, 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 ding. Oh, there you go. No, I'm just working with... That's it. But man, that's a real horn.
So we do, like I said, Kev's a cool dude. We pull over and he's like, let me get on it. Let me see if I can feel it.
I know. I have to do like a high kick, like...
Dude, it's always wild to get on those 2-ups, dude. I just don't get it. You have to actually pick your foot up to get on the Ryker. What's that about? I'm like having to do like a karate high kick to get on that thing and off the thing. And off the thing is harder to remember. But the condom cruise control Kev introduced us to was pretty cool. You can see it right there on the right. So I gotta look into that. He said he was gonna see me the info that I need, but I don't remember seeing that on Sling Mod. So that's definitely a cool side engineered mod that I'm all about, especially if it'll let me do what I need to do to kind of ease up my arm. But that's him getting a good cruising to see if he can see what I'm talking about. But man, I mean, it's that suspension that makes this look so sick. I can't wait till I get mine in. Already ordered, but I think it's gonna take a couple more weeks till I get my stage 3 front shocks in.
Yeah.
Almost like the knuckles pad.
Like what?
Knuckle. I'll show you where it is. Oh, hold on. Let me not lift the leg and get off. This piece right here
Yeah.
is the knuckle. That knuckle just might be out of adjustment. This might straight up need to be replaced.
Yeah. So even on just then, you think you felt something.
Yeah.
When you make a left and you're
Yeah,
still
they're
giving it. The pressure is every time I check it, the pressure is always good on that.
I definitely felt it.
Well, I got an appointment on Friday, so.
There you go.
That's me checking out the
Out of
rain.
here, dude. All right, I'll holler at you.
That wind comes and I see those clouds and I'm like, all right, that's cool talking to you, dude. I gotta take out of here. But another interesting thing happened. So as we were talking about Kev's issue with his blinker, only blinking once and then not going on. So we do that quick run. It's working fine. Everything seems cool. We get to the stop sign on my way out.
I just got a VSS phone. Big home, I guess. I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, at least you're right there. I'll get at you. Let me know what it is, dude. Hey.
So yeah, he's telling me about his code. He's getting a code thrown on his Ryker, that VSS fault. So I had to like tell him, you know, let me know what's up with that thing. So I'm trying to get out of there before it gets, you know, it starts to rain. Because when that wind, when it starts feeling good like that, and then I don't make it. So I pretty much ride in the rain the whole time. But I'm not gonna lie, seriously, it actually rained, and I really just got a wet helmet and kind of like a wet bib around my neck and sleeves. My shorts were dry. The bottom half of my shirt, I was moving like the whole time. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But like I said, my first time riding in the rain, so if it sounds like it, it definitely is. But wasn't too bad because it wasn't cold or anything. But Kev ends up hitting me back up, and he says that he let it sit and he let his Ryker ride around for a bit, and the coat was off the front, so he should be good. Probably gonna check in with them before this weekend to see what ended up happening, or if his blinkers end up doing that thing again. But we're definitely gonna do a big follow-up with all of his mods and stuff, because as you can see, it was pretty cool, and I didn't get a good enough chance to show all of it. But stay tuned, and we'll get it out there. Thanks.